Ghetto Cowboy, Chapter 23. Once we back in the house, I stare out the window, thinking what would it be like to stay here and live the cowboy way. Hanging out with all of them, that might be all right. I could learn to ride, maybe teach other kids how to work at the stables, and I wouldn't have to worry about school no more. I could just be a cowboy, 'cause if you a cowboy, you do as you feel, not as you're told. You don't even have to sleep in the closet if you don't want to. I turn and see Harper staring at me. He scratches his head and says, "If you want to, you can sleep in my bed." "With you?" I ask. He laughs. "Yeah, with me. I ain't sleeping in the closet." I laugh. Anything is better than the closet. That night, though, I can't sleep. I lay there listening to Harper snore. Off in the distance, I hear a gunshot. Thumping car music and choppers in the air. I keep thinking about Mama, and when's she gonna show up and take me back so I can start summer school? But she seemed farther away than ever. I don't remember falling asleep, but Boo must have still been on my mind, because I had this dream where I was riding him along the Chisholm Trail. We was heading up to Detroit, rustling cattle and all. Harp and Tex and Jamaica Bob was there too. There was no cities, no loud cars, no gunshots. Only wide open forever, as far as I could see. We sat around a fire at night, eating beans and such, and listening to a cowboy named John Coltrane play his sax. I said it was a dream. The last thing I remember was coming to the end of the trail and seeing a big city off in the distance. Harper says to me, "There it is. That's where your mama's at." But I don't remember riding off to it. When I wake up, it's still early. The clock says 5:30, and Harper's dead asleep. I get up and look out the window. The rain has finally stopped, but everything feels like it's drenched to the bone. I can see the Ritz-Carlton from here. That blue tarp, which I almost killed myself over, blew loose and is drooping down into the hole of the roof. Dag. I think of Boo again and suddenly feel like going to see how he holding up. I find my boots and coat and sneak out without waking Harper. I shush Lightning as I walk past. He ignores me. Outside, the stoop leads right into a lake. The whole street is flooded. The water came up to the middle of my boots as I moved slowly through it so as not to get mud down into my socks. Nobody's out yet, and the place seemed eerie quiet. Where there ain't water, there's mud. Like it just washed everything from the vacant lots into the streets. What a mess. I climb the fence over into the stables and immediately spot Boo. He must have been rolling around in muck and who knows what, 'cause his fur all roughed up and covered in mud. Poor Boo. He looks like a Skid Row horse or something awful, but he brightens up when he sees me. I pet him on the head and he seems okay. Same old Boo. Just needs a bath is all. I grab some hay and feed him. I can see some of the other horses in the corral all muddy like Boo, but they don't seem to mind. At least it looks like no more rain. Hopefully we can get this place all cleaned up soon enough.